And welcome back to another episode of Underdog Podcast. Podcast. Oh man, that's horrible, 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 horrible intros. I really need to record these things. So, no podcast tomorrow. I gotta do some things, so that's gonna take up a majority of my time tomorrow and stuff. And I gotta focus on that. And then I've been thinking too, I probably should scale back doing episodes every day. Gotta make sure I manage my health and focus and stuff on my health management more and don't try to overexert myself too much or definitely try to scale back even when I do the podcast, try to keep it to an hour. But whatever, nobody gives a shit. But I'm just throwing it out there. So probably I don't know what type of format I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll do it 3 times a week. Maybe yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll play it by ear for right now. So let's put it like that. All right. So I wanted to talk about NFTs. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I meant to do something too. I'll do it off screen real quick. But I wanted to talk about NFTs because it's one of those things where for the longest, I think I mentioned before, I kind of want to talk about it, but I wasn't sure if I want to get into it because sometimes things become a craze or a trend and it gets a little overhyped and you don't want to get sucked into that because when you get sucked into that, then you become a part of that and you don't want to just kind of ride the wave in a sense, whatever. You really want to have an understanding of what's going on. And you kind of want to just sit and wait on it because if it is a trend, will it die? Eventually it'll die off and stuff. But this just seems like this is really just at the beginning of itself, where there's gonna be more coming of it, as opposed to just it being a kind of a one-off type thing right now, which is great for me because it's another thing where I'm gonna show you guys how to make money out of it, or how I think you can make money out of it. Right? How I'm trying. I'm basically just like I always, I'm just showing what I'm doing, and if I can help out one person, well, then I did my part for humanity. Right? Maybe that'll balance out some other negative things I did in life, which is I don't know if it's really that much, anyways. Okay, so wanted to sign in to something first just before I show you guys the stuff. So let's go ahead and look at it. What are NFTs? I'm gonna pull up a website from Nasdaq as they talk about NFTs. It says what are they and how do they work? The market for NFTs are non-fungible tokens. I feel like I've been saying the word wrong for long. It's fungible. It's weird because fungible it seems like so odd of a thing to say. So it's rising fast. Researchers from Leterrier, BNP. Oh, man, why we gotta go through all this? Blah 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 blah. Saying the market's gonna go up. Okay, we get that. March, the cryptocurrency blockchain marketplaces uh, on which you can buy and sell NFTs grew exponentially to 1 billion in sales, according to Crypto Slam, a non-fungible token collectibles data aggregator that counts Mark Cuban as an investor. So it lets you know who's tied to that. So smart money, right? They like to throw out big names, Mark Cuban, Berkshire Hathaway or whatever with Warren Buffett. They like to throw out these big names, so you gotta follow the money. These big people are into it. You probably should be into it as well, because copy and paste, pretty much, right? And you don't have to worry about coming up with something new. Like I say, somebody somewhere has already figured this shit out. You just gotta catch wave to it. That's all, and have a basic understanding of it. Especially when you're talking about owning assets, and that's what a lot of this comes down to: being able for the regular everyday retail individual person to invest in assets and make some type of money. And they're not going to tell you this stuff. This is things you're not going to learn in school, right? These are things your parents won't tell you unless they're already doing it. So let's be honest, most people's parents they ain't already doing it, right? And everybody looks at these things and they allow themselves to become confused by all the verbiage and all the like the percentages and going up and down and all these different things. Ignore all that shit, man. Cut through the bullshit, right? Cut through all the extra layers of slack and pointless things and just find the basic terms and then try to wrap your head around it in a manner in which you can understand. Talks about investors being curious about NFTs and want to see for themselves. They become an exceedingly popular blockchain technology. Tom Brady, see shit like that. See, let me throw first is Mark Cuban, right? Businessman. Now it's a athlete, celebrity. Even Tom Brady is launching an NFT. In April, CNN reported Brady will serve as a co-chair on a new NFT platform, Autograph, which will sell digital sports media, including NFTs from the seven-time Super Bowl champion himself. No, that's just a business move. That's a business move. Think about all the different autographs he has signed and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, training camp hopefully will be open up fully this fucking upcoming off season and stuff in the summertime. As long as the city of Tampa mayor doesn't be a continuous dick and allow shit to happen and not fuck up everything. Training camp will be there, and he damn right. I'm gonna be trying to score a signature autograph of Tom Brady or something, man. Something. But NFTs kind of help with that stuff because they provide authentic ownership, right? Because it's that kind of that certification, that that's signature authentication or something like that, where you're seeing that, okay, this is verified owner credibility, is verified authenticity. This is good. This is not a fake. This is not a scam. And it's something where you can carry around that type of digital information with you, as opposed to, well, carrying around the card you want, and so you can sell it that way online. Then Buccaneers is just the latest and growing number, blah blah, including Tesla and SpaceX. Elon Musk, of course, Elon Musk. Elon Musk just popping up all over the place, right? Definitely when we talk about cryptocurrency and stuff. It's funny because, man, probably already been in it anyways. He just ain't saying nothing to nobody. I just think it's funny that he calls his company Tesla, literally ripping off, Nikola Tesla, but no one says anything, right? It's just this what it is. He's not inventing nothing new, right? I know the word genius and very smart guy gets thrown around a lot, but the wise man knows that they're not wise, right? They know they don't know shit. They're just trying to understand more and more information. That's it. But you can call him a genius if that makes you feel better. And if you think a genius is someone that makes a lot of money and stuff, well, no, that's just understanding the game and how money works and getting the right contracts, getting the right negotiations, getting the right connections and stuff. There's a whole bunch of different things that goes into that. Having the right opportunities, all the other things. Nikola Tesla, the genius, guess what he did? He died broke. And then after he died, the U.S. government took his fucking work. So, like I said, the word genius gets thrown around a lot. I don't really like these terms. I don't like these words, but whatever. Sometimes it helps people try to understand something. So it says non-fungible tokens are unique, identifiable digital assets whose exchange between the creator and the buyer via the financial transaction of a cryptocurrency such as Ethereum is logged for anyone to view. It seems to me that a lot of these, some of these NFTs are being created on Ethereum blockchain, which would be the new, the ERC21, as opposed to the Ethereum Classic, which I think I read something yesterday where it is going into from a proof of work trying to be a proof of stake. Funny thing is, Cardano 88 is already ahead of that. And it seems like I think they're launching a converter too, so you convert your ERC20 tokens over to Cardano. But that's just my own, I'm gonna say personal opinion. Definitely should look into these things. Maybe both will survive. Who knows? Maybe one will overcome the other, but they're gonna have to adapt to the new technology. So there's gonna be some probably more hard forks of Ethereum, which I don't even think people even realize. Ethereum Classic or Ethereum now is just a hard fork of Ethereum Classic. Whatever, man. So it says NFTs aren't just an asset itself. The GIF, GIF, the JPEGs, JPG, MP3, etc., but also digital certificate authenticity. Authenticity, man, I don't know why I have trouble with that. For an increasing number of collectibles ranging from art and music to trading cards. So when I think of NFTs, I think of everything is going digital. I don't think people understand that. Everything is going digital, and it's not just because of carbon token tax and we want to keep our carbon emissions down and or we don't want to carry a whole bunch of stuff. No, it's because of human species as a whole. If we're gonna be intergalactic, right? If we're gonna if we're gonna try to colonize the solar system, right? How the fuck do you think we're gonna move assets around and stuff? You can't just be carrying around everything while you're up traveling around in space and shit, right? And gravity or wherever we think gravity is, shit floating around and stuff, wherever they want to lie to us about space, fucking NASA. So the thing is, how are you going to be able to have this intergalactic currencies? You have these digital assets move around and stuff when you're on fucking the moon, when you're on Earth, and when you're on Mars, and when you're on wherever planet. I was about to say Pluto. Man, I can't think of it. One of the moons of Jupiter and stuff like that. When you're on these planets and stuff, what are you going to do? You need something fast. A quantum computer network will help with that, going over long distances and stuff. And how are you going to be able to do transactions? Well, you're going to have some type of digital transactions. So everything needs to go digital. Everything needs to go on a public blockchain ledger. Everything needs to be accounted for. All that type of stuff. That's just the reality of the situation. I don't personally agree with everything being tracked, but I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I get it. I understand it. It sucks, but I understand it because of course you don't want everything to be tracked, but the governments, the infrastructures that are building all these different blockchains and all these different networks and stuff. Well, guess what's built into the system? The ability to track some of this stuff. Now you might not know exact details of everything or who the owner is necessarily unless you allow yourself to be recognized, but that's what it's all about. Being able to move things around and being able to have accountability and being able to track these different things. Think about the Mona Lisa, right? Say you want to have the Mona Lisa sold or something, or whatever. Maybe say whatever the case may be. Of course, you're going to have the physical copy yourself, but what the authentication of it, right? Where are you going to put that at? In a safe at a bank? Outdated technology, man. We're not in the late 1800s and stuff, early 1900s, man. We don't. You saw the transition of paperback money. Put in instead of carrying around gold, and they said, "Oh, well, here's a dollar." So this dollar is worth 1 ounce of gold or wherever the currency was, the currency exchange was at the time and stuff. Actually, it wasn't 1 ounce of gold. I know it had to be less than 1 ounce of gold, but you get my point. Wherever the currency exchange was at the time, here's this dollar. Okay, this lets you know you have X amount of gold in the bank. So now instead of carrying around your gold, you do this. That's all we're doing. We're just evolving from one thing to the next. It's all the same thing. It's all made up. It's all trying to put together an internet of value, something that CEO Brad Garlinghouse of Ripple talks about. The internet of value. How can we move value around at the speed of light through the internet, in which we're already doing things? We're already sending text, speed of light, right? We're already sending messages, playing video games. All these things are happening in real time within seconds, milliseconds actually. If not, we're just pushing nanoseconds of information going around. Yet our money is still slow, right? When we try to make transactions of assets, it's still slow. These so-called contracts, they're still slow. All these things are still slow. We have to evolve to a more technological advanced species if we want to colonize the solar system. If we want to move beyond Earth, we have to come to, well, some type of evolution of the human species. And that goes on to say whether we be a collective high species, where there's a central authority and we're kind of all walking the same beat, or we all operate independently of ourselves, but we all still understand the main purpose of everything. That goes into a whole different conversation. But that's what this all is about. Digitalization of assets, of everything. Smart contracts, right? When you're buying a house and stuff, consolidating. I'm buying my house now and stuff, dealing with they're getting free promo, but dealing with William Ryan. For me, a new home buyer and a new construction, everything's laid out for me. I don't have to worry about anything. I go to one website, they tell me a schedule of what's coming up and what needs to be done. I go to the appointment they set up for me to design my house, the inside, design the technology, the paint, all this different stuff. It's all there for me. I just gotta show up. I gotta answer the emails. and that's it, and show up to appointments. That's it. And that's fucking fantastic, right? Because a lot of these processes can be streamlined and be a lot more linear, a lot more easier. As long as you cut off some of that extra slack, which sometimes is a middleman. Everybody got their hand in the cookie jar. So when you're trying to deal with transactions of NFTs and trying to trade art and music also, remember, think about music as far as Napster. For those of us old enough, Napster in 1999, early 2000, stuff like that, that was a big deal because it was file sharing. So now you have MP3s and stuff. Now you get this down. Now you go buy a new album. Let's say, what was it? I know Eminem was on it at one point in time. Dr. Dre. They were kind of mad at Napster and stuff. I'm trying to think of the main group that was really big about it. Was it? It wasn't YouTube. I forget who it was. I cannot think of it right now. But it was a big deal because, well, you're taking someone's music, right? You bought it legally, and then you uploaded it onto your computer, converted it to MP3 from your CD physical format, right? Now put it into numbers of straight ones and zeros, digital computer code, and now you're carrying it around and stuff on your MP3 player. And guess what? Your friends are like, oh, I want that. So instead of handing the CD, and they can't recopy the CD, now you email them that digital code and stuff, or you email them, my fault, the MP3 track. They copy and paste it, or they download it into their place and stuff, and now they're good. And then they send it to nothing, which is what file sharing was with Napster. You just upload it to the server, and everybody just downloads it whenever they want to. I'm not gonna lie, I tried that shit. I tried Napster. I went on after the fact, right? After then, all of a sudden, Napster started being charged up because of the lawsuits and different things like that. I definitely was using LimeWire at the time. Down the birth of the internet or the modern internet. I was using LimeWire and stuff, downloading movies and all types of stuff. People still do download movies and things like that. That's not necessary for me. I try not to do things like that, but I used to. I used to. I kind of shy away from that now because you get a lot of viruses and stuff, man. You get a lot of viruses and you get a lot of times the website gets shut down and stuff like that, and they're always being watched and stuff from different federal government agencies around the world. But that was a big issue. So what happens now with NFTs? With someone, I think Eminem just did it now. Snoop Dogg did some things where you now want to make sure that you're getting some type of credibility and some type of royalty. And I'll show you guys some NFTs later on. But you want to make sure that you get some type of royalty when you sell your product. If you're the original creator of this music, and every time it's copied and sold, or not copied, so every time it's sold, a transaction is made, now you can ensure that you get some type of royalty from that transaction because you are the original owner, and you can verify you're the original owner because you have the original code or to that NFT or wherever it is. So it helps out, right? It's just another real world use case to solve a problem. At the same time, guess what? Now a lot of money is going to be made out of this because you can buy and sell these things. And it's a lot more easier to buy and sell these things. Like I can hop on my computer, search up something, just look at some NFT, place a bid, and if I win, next thing you know, I buy it, I own it. Guess what I'm gonna do? Resell it. All right. So it's a similar format is coming along with I want to say with StockX. You can buy and resell shoes, so that, and they have their own little system of authentication for it and whatnot. But eventually, that will be a little bit more streamlined. I don't know why they haven't integrated the use of blockchain technology, but probably because it's just making money on the extra fees and stuff. But it would fucking be a lot better if they integrated blockchain technology. You put a QR code on the inside of a shoe. Now you authenticate it every time it's being. Now you know that's authentic when you want to buy and trade and resell those shoes and stuff like that. That's what it's all about. Being able to move these things around fast and have these transactions be done fast. And then the next step is really speeding up the shipping process. So that'll be probably one of the next industries that'll have to take some type of overhaul as far as how we get things shipped faster and stuff. Pretty sure they're gonna use drones. Like, it's annoying and shit. I don't want to look up in my fucking sky and see nothing but little fucking drones flying around and stuff like that, dropping off packages wherever the fuck they want to and stuff. But what is it now? We get aggravated when Amazon takes 2 days to give us our package. Like, hey, bro, it's been 2 fucking days, Amazon. I signed up for Prime, man. Where's my shit at? I get shit from Amazon all the time. I'm just like, whoa, 2 days. 2 days went by, 3 days. Whoa, where's my stuff at? There's a lot of things I won't even buy because I'm like 2 days away for it. Now I'm not buying that. I'm gonna find another store or something like that where I get in one day. Because man, we're becoming even more impatient. And it's by design. Like, of course we're gonna become more impatient because we're so used to getting things so fast. With the internet, with our information, our knowledge, our entertainment, it's all happening extremely fast. So now we're like, fuck this. Why is everything else going so slow? It goes on to talk about NFTs, signatures, or autograph, blah, blah. It says, when you buy an NFT, you are buying a verifiable digital token that represents your ownership of the asset on that blockchain. See, you can look it up. You can look at the transactions. You can look it up. Anytime anything's on a blockchain, you can look up that transaction as long as you know your own personal information or whatever. As far as the number ID that goes along with your blockchain address or wallet address or wherever the case may be, you can look all that stuff up. You can verify that it happened. You can't even verify your bank account transactions other than what the bank tells you. The banks are outdated too, man. If they don't all transfer over to blockchain, they're completely outdated. It says almost any digital image can be bought and used as an NFT. The non-fungible part of the name means they are not mutually interchangeable and cannot be replaced or exchanged with one another. No two NFTs are alike. That sets them apart from fungible tokens such as cryptocurrency and even traditional currency that can be exchanged for one another. So I guess they're saying you can't exchange two NFTs. All you can do is kind of exchange. You can just buy and trade or sell whatever the value of it. That's it. So how do NFTs work? And majority of blah blah. We're gonna watch a video. Can NFTs be taxed? I ain't what? NFTs are considered collectibles, and collectibles, which can include art, cars, and rare items, are labeled alternative investments by the IRS. If sold at a gain, NFTs are subject to long-term capital gains tax. This is also another thing. When I say talking about being tracked and accountable, it's so they can tax the shit out of you, right? It's so they can tax the shit out of you. So the federal governments and governments around the world and stuff can make money off of your transaction. That's literally completely theft. Like, that's all it is. It's just theft. Like, that's literal mob rule tactics. Like, hey, yeah, you can conduct business, but we're gonna need a percentage of that business or that transaction that you just took place. And you're kind of like, when you think about how fucked up taxes are, it's really fucked up. Like, I bought and sold this and traded this and got a profit out of it. Yeah, I gotta give you some money because why? It says it's sold at a gain. NFTs are subject to long-term capital gains tax rate for collectibles, which is 28%. God fucking damn. And see, this is what I'm talking about. All these people, like, oh, we got tax rich, got tax rich. Careful what you wish for, because that is the goal, especially when we're talking about a capitalistic society like America, where you want to become rich, right? Right? Guess what? You don't dig yourself a grave where you're like, fuck the rich, fuck the rich. Next thing you know, you make some investment, you understand money, you become rich, and all of a sudden your ass getting taxed. And you got nobody to blame but yourself because you was mad when the rich was making money. Trust me, that I said it before, like that's the reality I had to face myself as I get into crypto and make investment and stuff. And I was like, at any moment, any of these things can just pop off, and now I got a lot of money, and now I'm just like, oh shit. Now I'm part of that different tax bracket, and now all of a sudden I gotta pay taxes on some bullshit for no reason because I made smart investment decisions. It's a ripoff, man. It's literal theft. God, and guess what? They got the weapons. So for those of you talking about, oh, let's not have guns, I don't. Who you think you gotta protect yourself from? You don't know if somebody in the government might flip a switch all of a sudden they just decide to go off on everybody, and they got some power backing them. I'm just throwing out that scenario. Don't get mad at me. I'm just throwing it out there. The Taxpayer Relief Act of 1997 lowered the minimum capital gains rate on proceeds from the sale of assets to 20%, but left the maximum rate 28% on gains from the sale of collectibles, and we know with Biden, I think they're talking about 38%, something like that. That's highway robbery, bro. That's literal. This is robbery, man. It says where NFTs were some investment analysis believes a signed NFT that holds a patent, copyright, or is unique can generate value as an investment tool. In my mind, quote, in my mind, these are psychological assets like any other collectible, says Nadig, which is whoever. I think I skipped over that earlier. These are collectibles and the value is determined by what someone is willing to pay. It's the same fucking thing. See, and that's what kills me about articles like this because they're trying to make it seem more than what it is. All it is you taking your entertainment media, your entertainment media, your music, your digital art, or your digital art, regular art, whatever. It's just making it digitalized so you can do digital transactions as opposed to going to an art dealer and talking to everyone in person and stuff like that, and then making that transaction. It's just the ability. We're talking about world economy, right? Right. And I said world government, one world economy, where we all is coming, whether you like it or not. The goal is really not to be forced into it and let us all slowly evolve into it. But they're trying. There's a group of people trying to force us into all this, even though we know this is a natural evolution of the human species, because the internet connects at any given moment. Now you can hop online, get on social media, get on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Telegram, Gab, whatever the fuck you want to get on, and you can talk to someone around the world instantly. Now that opens up dialogue and conversation, because what if, I don't know, you want to make a trade with that person, and then all of a sudden you get into a long conversation and like, oh yeah, I got this one thing. And it's like, what? You got that? It's like, yeah, I can't get over here. Well, I got it over here. And they're like, well, man, can I find anything else like that? And then they're like, you know what? I don't really use this anymore. I'll sell it to you. And it's like, well, how can I get it though? I'm not over there. Oh, don't worry. We can use blockchain technology and stuff, whatever. It's already authenticated. I have the code, I have the password, I have whatever and stuff, so it's good. And you can verify yourself, and don't even worry. You don't even have to worry about it because you have smart contracts. You already have all these computer codes set to verify all these things for you, and it happens instantly within like a few seconds. And now we're good. That's what it's all about, man. The game is always the same: resources, economy, that trade, business. That's what the game has always been about. Because surviving, and now it's thriving. We're in the stage of our evolutionary, as far as the modern human species, where we're on the thriving stage. We learn how to survive. Now it's like, okay, well, now how do we thrive? Now that we have commerce amongst each other. That's what it's all about. That's what it always will be about. Unless we're fighting other aliens or some shit like that, which is probably, who knows? That's another topic. NFT themselves have no value, but instead assign value to an underlying asset. The physical asset itself, or whatever it is a value. The NFT is just a token in which is being placed upon a blockchain, which I think can go to any blockchain. I don't think they're assigned to any specific blockchain. I think they might be interchangeable to a blockchain. Saying if you have an NFT token that's on ERC20 or Ethereum blockchain, you should be able to have it on a XRP ledger. I know they're setting up something with Ripple through one of their many different fucking projects and their organizations where they're gonna have, and their partnerships where they're gonna have NFTs. There's gonna be something where it's gonna have interoperability where it doesn't matter which one you're using. You want to be able to exchange with each other and stuff, and let the exchange rate happen or whatever that needs to happen behind the scenes and one of the probably like a layer two of the network structure or internet, whatever. Can't think of the right term right now. It says, and while you can buy some NFTs for as cheap as $1, for the ceiling for NFTs value is quite high. In March, blah blah goes on to talk about it. We're gonna look into that anyways. So there's a couple videos I want to look at. So we have one video here. I figure you gotta look at a macro level, then you gotta look at a micro level. Although it's funny how CNBC International gets 85,000 views, but then this other person gets 478,000 views. Mainstream media doesn't get shit. Of course. Stupid fucking ad. It's always an ad for everything, man. It's gotta get on my nerves. All right. I was listening to some of it. So this is from Rhett, RHETT /mankind. He's basically describing what NFTs are and stuff like that. Probably does a better job than I do. I just all over the place. Wow. All right. Might fucking help if I switched it to computer audio. That way you guys can hear it too. Regular fucking genius over here I am. All right.
So I'm going to describe what an NFT is in the most basic terms I can. NFT stands for non-fungible token. Fungible means something is able to be exchanged or substituted and will hold the same value. It's interchangeable, like the dollar, gold, casino chips, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or frequent flyer loyalty points.
So gold, dollar, all that stuff is fungible tokens where it's interchangeable. It's interchangeable, right? You can switch one value for another value to some degree.
If I lend you $10 cash and you return to me two $5 banknotes, I'm fine with that because even though they are different, they hold the same total value. They're fungible. So non-fungible obviously means it's an asset that can't be substituted. It has unique attributes that make it different from something else in the same asset class, like a painting, a theater ticket.
So yeah, a painting, a theater ticket, and a house, non-fungible tokens, they're not interchangeable in themselves, right? They're not interchangeable in themselves. But at the same time, they have value in words of currency and whatnot. But see, how I wrap my head around it is that basically, like I said, you're just digitizing physical assets and digital assets. But it's not the same as currency or investment assets. God, it's funny because these words, like, if you get too caught up in them, it'll confuse you even more, and it's annoying sometimes.
House, a video game skin, a trademark, or a crypto kitty, which was the first real use case to take off on the Ethereum blockchain in 2017. Some of these assets.
Yeah, I'll let you know how far back this has been going on. Like I said, by the time it pops up on the news, it's already too late. This thing has already been in the making, in the background, and by the time all of a sudden it pops up on the news, next thing you know, it's exploded because it's already too late. They have already been in existence.
Tangible, and others are digital and intangible. So NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Token refers to a digital certificate stored on a secure distributed database called a blockchain.
Distributed ledger
NFTs
technology.
Are digital assets, publicly verifiable intellectual property authenticated on a blockchain. A popular place to currently browse a variety of NFTs is on OpenSea.io. It's an exciting space. I believe the NFT space will continue to grow in the coming years, with some popular use cases being digital art, virtual land, gaming. Virtual
land is the thing now too. I think it's in Minecraft. There's some other blockchain games where you can buy and sell virtual land and own it. And we're making shit up, bro. Like, we're just making shit up. Because, like I said, it's one thing for coming together as a species and we're talking about colonizing the space and all that stuff. Some of this other shit, we're just making shit up, though. We're just making it up just cause. Because we'll find value in anything. Because as long as someone finds value in it, that means someone else is willing to pay a higher price for that thing that you have. And that's how the game goes, man. It's a game. It's just a game. And we all buy into it. And this video is from October 13, 2020. So, see, it's already outdated.
Collectibles, finance, and much more. I thought this was worth explaining because I think we'll be talking a lot more about this in...
Oh, yeah. See? Oh, yeah. I just had to read the comments real quick. So that's how my grandparents felt when I talked about internet and video games. Yeah. Yeah. Because it sounds like it's super complex, but it's not. It is not. It's just use certain words that kind of throws you off. Because you never heard of fungible in your life, even though you already been dealing with fungible assets, the currencies and stuff like that, right? One value exchange for another thing. One Bitcoin equals $46,000, whatever, right? You let you know exactly what the exchange rate and stuff for currency and stuff like that. But a house and a piece of art are not valued at the same, but they can have a value within a particular currency. So how do you exchange? You can't exchange those things, but you want to be able to move those assets around on a digital blockchain ledger. Well, now you have non-fungible tokens, which is the same as your cryptocurrency token. It's just a bunch of fucking words, man. You gotta get past the words sometimes. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about the definitions and how they say the certain words. Don't even worry about it. Just kind of get past that and just focus on what is actually going on. But it's you basically just you're tokenizing non-fungible assets. You're tokenizing non-fungible physical and digital assets, which would be a house, artwork, movie theater tickets, music, digital artwork, let's say physical artwork, digital artwork, shit in a video game, trading cards, Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards is a good example. When I was a kid, it was what, 2000? 2000. Yeah, 2000. Pokemon cards, 1999, yeah, 2000, big time Pokemon cards. So much that we were not allowed to have them at my middle school because kids were getting in fights and people were stealing other people's Pokemon card stuff because they were worth something, man. You had a holographic Charizard. If you still have that shit now, man, it's thousands of dollars and stuff, whatever that's worth. Like, we all knew it was gonna be worth some money, yet we all still lost our shit or whatever the case may be. But you brought them to school and stuff, somebody gets it stolen, next thing you know, people get into fights, so they stopped us. We weren't allowed to have Pokemon cards at school. But now take a digital Pokemon card, and now you have it authenticated and stuff. And now when you want to sell it or whatever for a certain value of currency, now you can and stuff. Or what if you create your own digital trading cards and stuff like that? You're original creator of this, and now every time a transaction is made, you get a percentage of that royalty and stuff. That's all it is. Just being able to track all these things in the internet of value and the internet of things, just moving shit around using digital code. And then there's another video. I watched a little bit of this, but I have not seen this at all. So we're gonna see it together for the first time, and it's a fucking ad. It's always an ad, man. It's always an ad about some shit that I don't give a fuck about either. All right. I guess I'll start from the beginning.
Collectors have long been willing to shell out huge sums of money on unique items such as paintings, baseball cards, and vintage cars. But now, collectible items have moved into the digital space.
See, for those on the audio version of the podcast, they kind of show just like an auction and stuff. You ever seen on TV where the guy 1 minute saying super shit, saying shit really fast or whatever? Oh, I got one for the 1,000, something like that, or just talking about the bidding and all the other stuff, whatever. So instead of going to an auction for a piece of art, stuff like that, guess what? Remember with eBay is an auction type of website as well. And you sell things and stuff like that at an auction and people bid on it. Now you have NFTs being sold as an auction being bid on it, but now the transaction is being digitized and put on a blockchain. So now you don't have to worry about the physical paperwork and all the other stuff. Also, you don't have to worry about the carrying around the authentication of it. Also, right, it's encrypted as well. So you're good on that part. And you can look up the transaction on the public blockchain.
Of NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. So what exactly are NFTs, and why are they suddenly being sold for millions? NFTs, known as Nifties by insiders, are a type of digital asset.
I've never heard nobody fucking call it a Nifty. I never heard nobody call it a Nifty. That was the first time I just heard of it. I just had to say that.
Ownership of these tokens is recorded on a blockchain, a digital ledger using similar technology to the networks that underpin Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. But unlike currencies, where every token is of equal value and could be swapped for any other, NFTs have unique qualities which stop them from being interchangeable or fungible. You can think of them like the crypto alternative to rare Pokemon or base.
I did not watch this video. I can't believe I just gave the example of Pokemon card. Well, that lets me know that I do have an understanding of what the fuck is going on. I told you, man. Don't get lost in the translation of some of these words and stuff in the vocabulary. It's really not that complex, but they try to make it feel like that sometimes, man. You just gotta find things that relate to you in your terms. I just thought about Pokemon cards. They just fucking brought up Pokemon cards, man. I swear. And this video is from March 23rd, 2021. I'd never seen this until now. I just went with CNBC because sometimes I watch the different stocks and videos, stuff like that with CNBC, I think Squat Box or whatever, stuff like that.
cards. And just like the traditional art market, NFTs are often sold at auction, with prospective buyers bidding against each other until a price is reached. The rise of the internet meant that images, videos, and songs could be reproduced and distributed infinitely online, often without any royalties being paid to their creators. And even tech giants such as YouTube.
They showed NASA. It was Metallica. Metallica was one of the big push for. They were pissed off about it when NASA happened and stuff. They were mad and they had all the right to be mad because that was they created the songs and stuff, and ripping people's music off been a long time thing. And if I'm an artist, there's sometimes where I want to give stuff away for free and stuff, and there's sometimes where no, I want to be paid for my royalties and the distribution of my music. And you also want to protect your own music. Protect your own self, that you are the creditor of this music and you are the originator. You authenticate. Oh, I don't know why I have such a hard time with that word. But you want to make sure, hey, everybody knows that I made this shit.
Spotify have faced criticism for not compensating artists sufficiently for their work.
Proponents of NFTs say they address this problem by allowing ownership to be recorded on the blockchain, preventing unlimited reproduction or piracy, and enabling creators to reap the financial rewards.
Rock band Kings of Leon sold NFTs over 2 weeks in March 2021, which gave buyers access to a deluxe form of their album for $50, whilst also auctioning off an even more exclusive version limited to just 18 copies. In the same month, the NFT of Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey's first tweet sold for nearly $3 million to Sina Estavi, a Malaysia-based crypto entrepreneur.
That's stupid.
Meanwhile, art dealers are also getting in on the action, with auction house Christie's running an auction for a virtual work from the artist Beeple, which eventually sold for nearly $70 million.
More money
But
being
NFTs
moved around the
are a
world.
totally new phenomenon. CryptoKitties, a virtual pet game based on the blockchain Ethereum, was so popular in 2017 that they clogged up the network of the cryptocurrency Ether. To date, these colourful online cats have generated sales of over $40 million.
So fuck? I
why
never
do
even
we
heard
hear
of that.
so much about NFTs now?
The coronavirus pandemic played a big
God.
role in the NFT boom. In 2020, the total value of NFT transactions quadrupled to $250 million.
Notice how I said the coronavirus played a big role, right? Okay, so it's showing a graph for those of you on the audio version of the podcast. Simple bar graph. It says the NFT market boomed during the pandemic. Total value of NFT transactions, it was around 150 million, a little bit over 150 million in 2018. 2019 it dropped down to just above 50 million. In 2020 it was 250 million. Once again, coronavirus pandemic, right? COVID-19, the Great Reset. All of a sudden, all the so-called problems got highlighted, but it was just problems that people had already been talking about for the longest, but no one said anything. But nothing like a good crisis to bring about new change, right?
$1 billion, and the market looks set to grow further in 2021. That's in no small part because of stay-at-home restrictions that resulted in most people spending a lot more time on the internet, and many having spare cash on hand as in-person spending opportunities were limited. It's a trend with parallels in the rise of retail traders betting on GameStop and other historically unloved stocks promoted on the Reddit board Wall Street Bets. The craze also arrives at a time when Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have surged in value, with Bitcoin briefly reaching a record high price of over $60,000 in March 2021. Many NFTs are priced in Ether, the digital token of the Ethereum blockchain. That currency hovered around $2,000 in February 2021.
Actually, a little side note, the highest crypto I had checked the other day, I didn't even realize it was Yearn, YEARN.finance. Now it's valued at like 62,000. I can't even, as I was reading the description, I'm like, what the fuck even is this? Like, crypto is so much scams, man.
Nearly a third of its value in a matter of days, reminding investors of cryptocurrency's wild volatility.
Many investors are buying NFTs as a speculative investment, hoping to flip them at a much higher price than they originally paid. But a growing number of people are also holding NFTs long-term as collectibles.
Major brands including the NBA and Formula One have launched projects centered around NFTs which can be collected or traded. And people are also finding other uses for NFTs such as virtual real estate and video games.
Nevertheless, the NFT space has been met with skepticism from some creators and investors. Critics view it as another crypto fad that will eventually drift into irrelevance, but there are also concerns about the carbon emissions needed to generate these tokens. But expect to hear more about NFTs so long as
So I'll just go ahead and throw that down out of the way. This is not a fad. This is the same shit they talk about on the internet. The 1995, 96 time frame like that with AOL, and it was on the internet and all these other different things. If Yahoo's still around, even though they thought it was gonna go away. Amazon, that was nothing. All of a sudden, Amazon is every fucking where you go, and you forgot that Amazon, as first thing they did was just sell books online, right? The internet is here to stay, and the internet value and transferring money and everything around the internet is going to become more and more of a thing. And all they're going to do is come up with different crises, different reasons to make you be more susceptible to accepting a new change. Stock market crash, whenever it's going to happen, it's going to be manipulated anyway. The system was always designed to fail, so it's nothing new. But don't worry, when it happens and stuff, now you're going to have the feel of a new change. Like, okay, well, you know what? We need to make sure we move to digital money and stuff and blockchain so we can encrypt this, so we can really track this and hold things accountable, so we know exactly how much money is being flowed around the world. And so stuff like this won't happen. We need to make sure that we have some type of global currency that frees up liquidity and these no-show accounts, and all the stuff is set up, right? I could have said a bunch of stuff that sounded like complete alien to you, but all these things are set up and been in the works for decades. You just don't know about it because no one's paying attention. And by the time they tell you on the TV, the mainstream media, the news outlets, social media, whatever, it's already too late. It's already too late. They threw in the whole carbon thing, right? Guess what? I just talked about XRP Ledger. They're building something for NFTs. I don't know if it's with Codius or Polysign. I should have looked that up now I think about it as I did this episode, but it's out there. It's out there. Because if there's already an issue, someone somewhere has already realized the issue and has already been creating something to counteract or solve that or have a solution for that issue. It's not always about being the first one to the game. It's not always about being the first one through the door. It's not always about being the expert that's going to build something. Everybody always wants to, I need to come up with a new idea so I can create this, so I can sell this. Now everybody's going to be on Shark Tank. You don't have to be that person. What you can do is be that person like, hey, I got $1,000 in savings. You know what? I got a good idea. Oh shit, somebody already did it. Damn. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody already did all the legwork. They just needed some money to throw their way to help them out. Oh, here's $1,000 I got in saving. Next thing you know, that $1,000 turns into $10,000 within 2 or 3 years. Next thing you know, that $10,000 turns into $1 million within 10 years. All the people that wanted to invest in Amazon and stuff like that, when it was about, what, $40? Amazon was like $40 a share. If you'd have bought a couple of shares of Amazon and stuff back in like 2006, 7, 8, somewhere around there, you know where you'd be sitting at. If you'd have bought Bitcoin when you first heard about it, you know where you'd be sitting at right now. So you don't have to invent nothing. You just got to play the game because money talks. Nobody gives a fuck about race, right? Everybody talks about race, your sexual orientation, your religion, your spirituality, your political ideology, all that. No, but when it comes down to it, those that play the game of money don't give a fuck about anything other than money, right? Us little pleas on the lower level of society and stuff, we were like, oh, you gotta do this. Oh, we need to protect this. We gotta worry about. No. When you want to talk about the wealthy and the rich around the world and stuff, guess what they're doing? They're worried about money and how they can make more money of it and how they can make sure they don't fucking lose it. That's the game. That's the only game that matters, right? Because we all play into this game of money and resources, economy, commerce, trade, business. That's where it's at. That's where it's at in the modern world. If you don't want to worry about those things, go live off in the woods and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be in this modern society, understand the game that's being played. All this other shit they talk about doesn't fucking matter. Because the money that's being moved around the world, that's important. And that's where the game is at. And they talk about ERC20 token, or not ERC, but they're talking about carbon emissions on these NFTs on Ethereum and Bitcoin, blah, blah. They're telling you that these two ain't it. You need to figure out what the fuck the one that is it, XRP Ledger, or wherever else that doesn't have high carbon emissions, because they already letting you know exactly where the next trend is coming. Climate change, all that stuff, because they're going to use climate change to force in a new psychological change amongst the modern civilization. Like, oh, you gotta make sure you have a low carbon footprint. You gotta make sure you do this. You gotta make sure you do that. All those other different things. Well, no shit. That's all. That should have always been the goal. That should have, like, duh. But guess what? You don't even really know how much of a carbon footprint you're actually having or not having, because you only know what the fuck they tell us. So we just gotta go along with it. My goal is just to find enough space carved out in this crazy monetary modern society where I can have a decent amount of money so I can go off and do things or whatever and not have to worry about my bills or expenses and stuff. I'm not trying to have a whole bunch. I ain't trying to have a whole lot less. Just a decent amount where I'm not really too fucked with and I'm by myself. That's it, man. That's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for. Or at least that's all you can kind of hope that you can attain, right? But you gotta understand the game that's being played. I think he's done talking. Let's see what he says.
Willing to buy them. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, he's done. Whatever. So I logged in. This is on crypto.com. I've been using crypto.com lately to make a few trades and stuff, whatever. But they also have NFT section of the crypto.com. So what we're gonna look at here is the marketplace. And as you can see, you have art, different categories: art, celebrities, gaming, sport. But what you see right here is different digital art. You have the creator stuff and the bids which is starting from. There was something I bid on yesterday. It was at $15. I bid for $30. Of course I didn't get it, right? Let's see if I can pull it up. I didn't get it, but it kind of tracked your bid and let you know what happened. Nope, I don't think that's popping up. I don't think that's it. Okay, no, it didn't even show up at all. It just put me back to this website itself. So I've been trying to figure this stuff out too, because I did my first bid yesterday, and in order to bid, even you can use whatever and stuff. I just went with crypto.com because I was already on it and stuff like that, so I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to create a new login and none of that stuff. So what you can do, if you do it on crypto.com, you have to place a bid. When you place a bid, you can't even use, it's not your credit card or anything like that. You have to use their CRO, their token or whatever for crypto.com. And that's how you place your bid. So I already had CRO tokens anyways. So I had CRO tokens. I'm glad I did now, because someone just told me to just get it because I didn't get Binance coin when I was dealing with Binance. And I was like, I knew I should have bought it. Next thing I know, I saw it go to $5. And next thing I know, now it's at like $500. I'm like, oh, another investment opportunity I missed out on. Think about all things you should have invested in, and you know your ass missed out on it. And someone told you should have bought some fucking money in it. But instead, you spent that money on something else. And that money that you spent on it did not appreciate to the value of which your money would have appreciated if you had invested into that one little stock, that one cryptocurrency, that one asset, whatever you want to call it. It's a game, man. So when I did the bidding, I bid it $30 worth of CRO tokens. So I did it that way. And then when I lost the bid, they refunded me the money, but it gave me USDC because it's all ERC20 tokens on the ERC20 blockchain, so Ethereum. So that's how they got me. ERC20 is like Ethereum Classic 2.0. I'm pretty sure that's what it comes down to. It's just an upgrade, another fork or whatever of the original source code. So what comes on along with that? And so I was like, okay, so now I know what's going on. After you have CRO tokens, so this is how crypto.com is making their money. I have those tokens, and I haven't tried anything else. I might try to see some other exchanges. Just as that one YouTube video was talking about, OpenSea or whatever. I never even heard of it before. I might look at that, but like I said, regardless, I think they're all part of the Ethereum blockchain anyway. So whatever. USDC is US dollar stable coin. I think from Circle. I think it's from Circle company, which is Square, which I think is Jack Dorsey and Twitter, whatever. But it's on the Ethereum blockchain, so this it's still kind of all on the same blockchain because I think for the most part, this is where the majority of the NFTs have been made at. But all you do is, click on it. It's gonna show you the art. Show you a nice little video, the art and stuff. So actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of this shit is kind of cool. I looked into a picture frame. Cause I was like, okay, if there's all this digital art, where the hell am I fucking put this shit at, right? I'm not gonna buy some digital art, just look at that shit on my computer screen, right? As a desktop or a screensaver. I wanted it on the background of my phone. No, that's lame. So I was looking into digital art frames. Digital art frames for NFTs go about $1,000, right? That's insane. That's insane. I was like, oh. So there are gonna be certain ones that I will buy and eventually put up in my house and stuff as kind of art. But that will be when I have money to toss around because or at least when the technology gets more advanced. Because once technology gets more advanced, then the picture frame won't be $1,000. It'll jump down to $500. Excuse me, it'll jump down to $500, and then it'll probably stop around like $200 something because it's gonna have to be a high quality digital display LCD, at least probably 2K, if not 4K. So what you have here is so the original creator is Seven Lions, right? Minted 33 editions. Affiliates premonition. It tells you the description of what the little art thing is, where the bid starts at $279. It shows you that it's art. The ownership right now, the owner of this is Frank Cubed, but down here it says 10% royalty goes to the creator of the future. A 10% royalty goes to the creator for future resale. So this creator, Seven Lions, always gets 10% of royalty of the future resale. So anytime this is resold, the original creator is getting money, which is awesome to me for the creator because really you could just say you make something and then you sell it for $100. If someone else goes around and sell that shit for $200, you got nothing out of that sale because you already have sold the original copy of it and stuff. But because of it being an NFT and stuff, a token on the blockchain, now you keep the original certificates or authentication of it and stuff, right? And then everything else is kind of is a certified copy of it, but it's verifiable that you are or that you are the owner of this, but you're not the original creator of it. Because it's different from being the owner, and there's a difference between being the creator. And then you can click on the history of it, who has sold it, who has bought it, and stuff like that. It shows that this was bought 2 days ago by Frank Hughes for $200. So that's why the starting bid is at $279. And some things I was bidding on, the person sold it for like $650, but they started bidding at like $15, which is insane. But then again, it could be a bidding strategy to start it low because I think the bid lasts for about 7 days. You see, I just clicked on the details of the transaction. Now, this is the details of the transaction on the blockchain. You have your block hash, your encryption, and stuff like that. Only reason I think these type of things will happen and they'll be fine, but it's just, Ethereum, I know I guess it's going over from more proof of work to proof of stake. You gotta do something because these gas fees is too fucking high, right? It's too fucking high. You see the fee of 0.0001 for the CRO token, but you see the gas fee, the gas used was 64,143, and then the gas wanted was 200,000, something like that. So you have different those things add up, man. I'm just saying those things add up, but there's always other interchange, other blockchain and stuff like that that I still sometimes have trouble understanding that. So I gotta do more research before I even speak more upon that. And when I say understanding, I mean cut through all the bullshit. Like I cut through the bullshit. Cut through the bullshit. Explain this shit basically, in basic terms. A lot of times people have a hard time explaining in basic terms. Because a lot of times people don't understand anything outside, especially when you're talking about tech guys that want to sit there and code all day. You know fucking what else to explain or to speak other than tech talk. I almost said TED talk, but tech talk. But that shows you the transaction details of it. So bam, now you have everything, right? And yeah, it looks all creaky and stuff, but it's just encryption and stuff like that. So you have a bunch of different random characters, so like that. So that helps not to get stolen. And this is on the main net, right? Yeah. So this is on the main net. Then you have transactions, your blocks, uh, validators on the network, the nodes and stuff, the servers. You see now a list of all transactions and stuff that has happened on this blockchain. And you see the value of the CROs that was given out, the fees, when it happened, 20 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago, as the timer keeps going on and stuff. But that's the kind of the benefit of blockchain. And this is the transaction ID. You can click on it, then you get the details of it and find out what happened. But this is an error log, something messed up. So this transaction right here, you have a transaction ID, all different things. It says messages, withdraw reward. So somebody got their money withdrawn and rewarded back to them. Probably placed a bid, lost out on the bid, money was rewarded back to them or refunded. Something which basically happened to me yesterday. That's why I found out, like, oh, okay, cool. You guys reward me back fucking stable coin of $1. Cool. Whatever. I ain't do nothing but just flipped it back and put it into a CRO. But at the same time, I lost about 15 CRO because of the volatility of cryptocurrency. So it wasn't worth the same amount or whatever. And that kind of throws people off sometimes because it makes them feel uneasy. But your fucking US dollar goes down all the time. You just don't know it. You just always see something as a dollar. A clear example of the cost of milk. Pay attention to the cost of milk because that's inflation. So that lets you know how much your dollar is worth. If it goes up and down in the past few years, whatever. Candy. When I was a kid, candy was 50. I can't believe I had to say it like that when I maybe sound fucking old. When I was a kid, candy, Skittles was 50 cents. Now it's $1.25. And it's like nothing has changed in the size of the Skittle bag. It should just cost more. Why does it cost more? Well, because the value of the dollar is not the same anymore. It's been depleted so much, been depreciated. So your dollar is never actually worth that $1 anyway. It's always being depreciated. But sometimes people don't understand that money just really isn't set in stone as far as its value. Even with gold, the value of gold goes up and down and stuff like that because value is based upon the market itself and other people. If other people find it valuable, then it's valuable. But it just kind of gives you gives you guys an idea and stuff like that. And I wonder, does it show what I did with the bid and stuff? So no balance, right? No purchase history, no balance history of my bids. Okay, so this is the bid I did the other day. No, I'm sitting here thinking it's like, $60. I ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna watch it for the next 5 days. I'm gonna be that dick that sits there and watches for the next 5 days and don't place a bid until afterward. Because the same is on eBay and stuff. Just sit there and wait. Why would you place a bid at at a certain time? You might place an early bid just to see what happens. Just see how fast someone outbids you. I think it took probably like a few probably less than 12 hours for someone else to outbid me. And see, now it's at, it went from 15, my bid was 30, and now it's at $60. And it's edition 5 or 10, only 10 editions of it. Oh shit, I mean to click on place a bid. Actually, you kind of look at it. Just place a bid, see what happens. And it should pop up for our CRO tokens and stuff needed, whatever. So it must be at least 70. So I'll type in 70. And this is what I did yesterday. I was like tiptoeing through. I was like, all right, I don't know how to, and sometimes you don't know how to do it. So this is more of a test thing for me to figure out, okay, I know I'm going to get outbidded, but I need to figure out how to do it because I don't want to figure out how to do it and that be the final bid and stuff. And next thing you know, something is off or whatever. I didn't realize something. I got caught off guard because I didn't understand what I was doing. You kind of just, to me, I learned by doing, right? Figure out how to fucking do it. So right there, so it says use my crypto.com NFT balance. Obviously it's 0 because I don't put anything into this crypto.com NFT section, which I'm pretty sure you could probably add just your money or whatever. I don't know, or probably CRO tokens. But then it says pay with crypto.com pay, which I did, which was my CRO token and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and click on crypto.com pay. I ain't got nothing to pay anyway, so hopefully this doesn't fuck it up. And then you can use it. And then, so for when I did this yesterday, I had to pull up my crypto.com app and then I scanned the QR code on my computer screen and I did it all through my phone and the app and stuff like that. But that's just a little breakdown of it if you guys are interested about it. My thing is investing and get into this stuff. Because, damn, I can't get out of it. Can I get back out of it? Nope. All right, there we go. So my thing is being able to invest in things and resell. Now, I talked about reselling shoes and stuff on a sneaker app, StockX, stuff like that. It's all about buying. This is how you make money. This is how you make money work for yourself. Make money work for you without having to do anything. Other than really just getting on there and finding out, okay, what's valuable, what's not valuable. Now, all these different things in the marketplace might not be valuable, but someone finds. Here's the thing: you don't have to find value in it. Someone else has to find value in it, right? You might find it valuable at this amount, but someone else says, you know what? I really fucking like this. I want this amount of it. And I don't know how people are displaying this crypto art and stuff like that, but hey, whatever, none of my business. But someone finds value in it. That's why you buy it. You buy it because you know at some point in time, someone else will find a higher value of it. And you can make money off of that. Just by a simple click, click, click. And that's it. And so they have all these different arts. This is a lot of stuff is just art. Let's see. Click on celebrities. It's just different things. Like this is Lionel Richie. Got his own fucking NFT.
Life is a wonderful journey filled with so many incredible adventures.
If you're into that, that's cool. That's you. I personally don't want it. It says released as a single in 1983. The song All Night Long was an instant smash, reaching #1 in the charts in the US. So it's some type of special edition. There's only 101 editions minted of this NFT to have and stuff, and it's really you're owning something directly from that artist that you know. So like when you have an album sale drop, and then there was a time where I got like a legendary thing. What album was it? I think it was Encore. I think it was Eminem's album. Yeah, I think it was Encore. I went to like a FYE, which is wherever music store. So I don't even know that shit even exists anymore. And I bought the legendary or collector's edition. I didn't want that, right? I didn't want the collector's edition, but it was the only thing they had. And I remember the guy was like, "Oh man, I wouldn't pay, this and that." And I was like, "Yeah," and I put it up on there, and he kind of just looked at me like, "Yeah, I know you just talk shit about people who buy stuff like this, but I don't care. I don't want to buy this either, but I really want this album." So, and it came with a little art book and all the different things. Actually, I still fucking got it. Now I think about it, I still got it. I'm looking at my I have this treasure chest that I think I took from my sister when I was a kid, and I ended up having it. I still have it. And it's all a bunch of stuff that I have memorabilia from when I was a kid, like fucking laser tag, Eminem's album and stuff, 50 Cent's album, Get Rich or Die Trying. I think I got a Tupac album in there. A bunch of random different stuff I had from my childhood that I keep as memorabilia. Right? We all got it. Fuck you. Don't make fun of me. We all got it. But it's little things like that. So think of a collector edition or legendary edition of a certain video game. Now think of having the crypto or the blockchain, the NFT and stuff of that, right? See, and now you're starting to have value of something that you can trade and sell in an instant, and it's verified transaction. So you can't be like, oh man, it didn't go through. Bullshit. I see it went through. Is this a Rick and Morty thing? But yeah, different things from celebrities. You have Snoop Dogg, fucking wild, Snoop Dogg, which I think is just a song.
DJ Snoopadelic. Let's get this.
Yeah, it says DJ Snoopadelic, blah blah. As a man of endless talents, DJ Snoopadelic lets you listen in on what it sounds like behind the DJ booth. With him includes artwork of a DJ Snoop microphone with his own personal message. See, this is a little tidbit of it and stuff, but you know, NFC comes with audio, comes with the pictures and all this other stuff. And that's the only thing I'm gonna have to actually probably do more research stuff. But I wonder, do you like you kind of get a taste of what it is, and even in the description, but it's like you don't really know what you got till you fucking you get it. But that kind of goes with pretty much a lot of things, anyways. It's and then like so you have stuff for gaming, which I have a hard time understanding this as well. So this is 9 edition minted. I guess it happened starting from $1,000, and this is a ESL gaming. I don't understand this part. So I don't know what comes with it. I don't understand this at all. That's something I had to do a little bit more research on. Kind of like what comes with it? Like why is it worth $1,000? The description just says what happens in Vegas will always be a lonesome memory. All right, is it a trading card or is it something special? Is it a pack that's included for a game or something like that? I don't really get it, but these things are there. So it's not necessarily sometimes an NFT as far as the technology itself, but it's little things like, okay, what the fuck am I actually getting for it with this minted or these different minted editions, and why does it cost $1,000? Is because but sometimes, like I said, the value is because other people have value of it. I don't know. This is just a kind of a mythic trading card of their experience of when they won a championship or something like that. And then we have with sports, just like the YouTube video was talking about. To me, I think these are more like trading cards because you have like a bronze edition of Ben Askren, a former UFC fighter and stuff like that. You might remember him being one of the fastest knockouts ever in UFC history by Jorge Masvidal when he got knee right to the head as Ben Askren went in for a takedown. This is like within 4 seconds of the fight starting. But like you got different minted edition of a card, but I don't know what else comes with it and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I guess just a crypto card. But then again, I also fucking collect the Pokemon cards, so who am I to make fun of someone else for that shit that they're into, right? Like, let's be honest, right? Right. It's actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, there came out some Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, or whatever trading card stuff. I'll collect those. So I can't. So I'm sitting there trying to figure out what value some of this stuff have. The value is in the beholder that values it. That's all it comes down to. But some of this stuff I don't get because like okay, so you have Formula One racing. You have this from Aston Martin. It just says pit stop slow mo. So I guess this is an authenticated video of one of the pit stops during the Formula One racing with the Aston Martin brand. And let's see what the description says first. It says the Formula One pit stop is a study in performance and efficiency. In less than 2 seconds, almost 20 men and women descend onto the stationary car, replacing all 4 wheels, removing debris, and cleaning the driver. Okay, we know what the pit stop is. Cool. So I guess this is more or less, yeah, just. I just realized the auction ends in 15 hours. The current bid is $80. And there's 500 editions minted. Let's see. Original bid was $40, $50, so it's been jumping $10 in price each time. But it was originally bought for $300. And see, that's the thing, because as you buy it for a high price, you gotta hope that you can resell it for a high price. That's why I don't understand, why would you sell it? And this was, so originally it was about 52 days ago, and it was for $300. That's a hit and miss right there. You're just taking a chance that someone else will buy it for that. But I don't understand, why would you put the price lower? And see, I won't know that maybe until I do it myself. I could probably find something on the internet, but yeah, like why would you? Hmm, why would you not start a bid at three? Like, to me, I'm starting to bid at 350. Right? I'm starting to bid at 350. I need at least a $50 profit from it, if not $100 profit from it. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm gonna double my money. I might start at a high price and see if someone, because all you need is one person to bid on it. So if I buy it for $300, I might double it and just throw it out there at $600 just to see who takes a bite. All right, no one takes, and this could have already been placed out a bunch of different bids anyways, and this person probably just kept lowering and lowering it. But yeah, just yeah, it's just a video, just a video, just a video, and I'm sure whatever else comes with owning it as well and stuff. And I think some NBA teams and other things like that. So this is just what's on crypto.com. So this is going to become more and more explosive as time goes on and stuff, because, well, people like collectibles. You're going to start to see a lot of sports memorabilia, because sports memorabilia kind of gets lost on the black market. Think of O.J. Simpson, right? Think of O.J. Simpson, motherfucker went to jail, went to prison for stealing his own shit. Because he sold his Heisman Trophy and stuff like that. I guess whenever he needed money, he sold. Sometimes it happens with these athletes. They run out of money and stuff, so they auction off their memorabilia, they sell it and stuff. And then, sometimes they try to get it back, or they have to buy it back and stuff. Well, guess what? Now, instead of relying on a dealer, a middleman, or whatever, you create an NFT of that, right? So now you have a digital authentication of it, tokenization of that physical asset. And now you can sell your Heisman Trophy, whatever, NFT style stuff. And now anytime a resale happens, you get 10% of that resale. There you go. So watch this explode up with sports memorabilia. Watch this explode up with trading cards. I wouldn't be surprised if not Pokemon or something similar to it comes out and does it. Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh cards, something like that. Magic the Gathering would be a good one, right? See, the possibilities are starting to become endless, because everyone sells type of collectibles or art memorabilia. Fucking Marvel, Disney, oh, they would love to do some shit like this. I guarantee all these corporations are probably sitting down. They might have one or two people thinking about it, but someone is on this. Someone is thinking, okay, whoa, how can we make money off of this? How can we make money off of this? How about we get somebody we know, something like that, some partnership, go into a partnership, and then you go in as a co-creator of it, even though you're just there, you ain't doing shit. Going as a co-creator, now anytime it's sold in auction and stuff, now you're collecting something like that. And then what makes collectibles so great is the quantity in which how many collectibles are available, or how many collectibles are actually created. So if you have Tom Brady authentic NFT sports memorabilia from this past Super Bowl, right? First team to win the Super Bowl in their own home city. Me. So happy. But anyway, first team to do that and all this other stuff, whatever. So now you have Super Bowl memorabilia from that. He creates an NFT about that, and there's only 10 of those. How much you think that shit's gonna be valued at? Think about it. Think about the Tom Brady fans of the world, the football sports fans of the world, the Bucks fans of the world. That's a weird thing to say, but I guess there are. I know there are Bucks fans from other countries, because when I went to London, I saw Bucks fans from other countries, which kind of blew my mind. And a lot of stuff they just happened to see. That was probably one of the first team they saw, so that's their team or whatever. Anyways, think about that. Think about the value of that. How much does that go for? $1,000? But it's Tom Brady, so $10,000. And because it's Tom Brady, you know it's authentic, you know it's from him and all this other stuff, the value is going to go up higher and higher. Kobe Bryant. What happens if Kobe Bryant has an NFT of, I don't know, one of his jerseys? Or an NFT, what about an NFT artwork of him and his daughter? Right? Bam. Money. Sports memorabilia, all these different things, these collectible things, man. It's not a trend. It's already been in existence. They're just finding a new way to have the value be exchanged electronically, digitally, at higher, faster speeds, be authenticated because of blockchain, and be accountable and and have transactions tracked. Another way for the government to get your ass too. Hey, we noticed that you did this. Oh, how you know it? Because we saw your transaction ID. We know it came from your IP address or something like that. It's that simple, man. Well, make sure you pay attention to these capital gains tax and stuff, man. They sneak up on you. Because next thing you know, you get a letter in the mail from the IRS and like, hey, we noticed that you made this transaction and they got all your full details. And at that point, you just fuck. Hope you got the money to pay them off, whatever, man. So I won't be back on tomorrow. I'll be back on Thursday. Hopefully I'll have an episode, something laid out to talk about and stuff, whatever. Unless something drastic happens in the news, I don't plan on being back on tomorrow. I'll be back on Thursday, whatever. Make sure you check out my blog site, Damien, Damien, Jackson22.com. Check out the social media links. Check out the podcast links and different ways to listen to the podcast, all that good shit. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. So until next time.